will make way. Whoa, ha, singing hallelujah. Pretty you God, cover your lies, God of the roof. Hey, hey, hey. Whoa, ha, singing hallelujah.
President Trump, since 2020, is the wartime president of the United States and commander-in-chief, of course. Mr. Biden, that you saw, has been buried in Arlington on the 20th of January, 2021.
We had the military, what they've done, our generals, all of the people, what they've done is incredible. But remember, we took care of a lot of people, including, I guess, on December 21st, we took care of Joe Biden because he got his shot, he got his vaccine.
When all this deep state fought, that's the inauguration of our man, Joe Biden. This is not Joe Biden. I've published the side-by-side portraits with the signatures. Trust me, it's not Joe Biden. The man that you see today on CNN is not. It's the end game now, which means it comes to a head very soon. It's not a belief that I have. It is, again, acknowledgement of facts, and I respect those facts, and that's why I call wartime President and Commander-in-Chief Trump. Because everybody can do this exercise now. You go to the whitehouse.gov website, you type in 13848, you hit enter. Then comes the extension of a national emergency, presidential executive order. Authored, signed and acted by President Donald J. Trump on the 12th of September 2018. It's an extension in the whitehouse.gov website dated the 7th of September 2023. Signed by Joseph R. Biden Jr. What's missing? The president title. So this is right in front of you. It's now coming out so that you can understand what's going on. I don't care if you believe me, really. I don't. I'm delivering you facts that are verifiable. I hate this word fact-checking. That's a deep state, stupid connotation. It's called check and verify. Ronald Reagan said that once. He's a good guy. So check and verify that. The documents.info give you all the blueprints. It is the way it is. And the US military is on a mission. It's a global US military operation. The United States is formally at war since 2020. President Trump has mobilized 1 million people to prepare to do what he has to do, take out the deep state. And he has triggered, that's also a treaty, you can go and look it up in the documents.info. The references are there in the National Registry, Federal Registry. The War Generals Alliance is Act 50, under Act 50, 1550. There's a long list of things, whereby the War Generals Alliance is 33 military organizations from around the world that are under the command now behind wartime President Commander-in-Chief Donald J. Trump. The Second World War was ultimately fought by 4 generals, 4 commanders, which two at that time they thought exterminate the Nazis and all these bad people, and ends in a way the Second World War. Horrible thing. Here we have more than 200 US military generals, and then I was told and calculated about 800 in total active duty military generals from 33 nations that are actively now in a mission.
This morning, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth is calling for a rare meeting involving several hundred of America's top military officers. ABC's Martha Raddatz shares how the Trump administration is responding to this reported gathering.
This morning, hundreds of admirals and generals are leaving their posts from airfield, at sea, and at tactical headquarters around the world. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth summoning all U.S. general officers and admirals in command positions and senior enlisted leaders to a meeting at the U.S. Marine Corps base in Quantico, Virginia. But even those told to attend the meeting do not know what prompted Hegseth's call and what will be discussed. The Pentagon saying only the Secretary of War will be addressing his senior military leaders early next week. President Trump was asked about the meeting, but perhaps misunderstanding the question or unaware of the Hegseth meeting, he seemed to think it was foreign generals who were coming to meet Hegseth.
Well, I know, I love it. I mean, I think it's, let them be friendly. Let them be friendly with the generals and admirals from all over the world. Why is there something? No, but is there something wrong?
Vice President Vance stepping in.
It's not particularly unusual that generals who report to the Secretary of War and then to the President of the United States are coming to speak with the Secretary of War.
But there has not been a meeting quite like this one, and it has created apprehension among senior officers. Last May, Hegseth ordering at least a 20% reduction in the number of four-star generals and admirals across the active duty force.
It's in keeping with President Trump's commitment to achieving peace through strength. We're going to shift resources from bloated headquarters elements to our warfighters.
The secretary has already fired at least 15 senior military officers, including General C.Q. Brown, the then chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and the first woman to command the Navy, Admiral Lisa Franchetti, also let go.
Mar-a-Lago has a no-fly zone. Go and check it. You pilots, go online, check the FAA rules. Mar-a-Lago, you cannot overfly. Now, why does a hotel and the golf course get a no-fly zone? Because it is the actual, current, it is the White House of the United States of America. Obama. Have you seen Obama rallying for the Democrat Party on a stage in a TV program? Where is he? Where is John Kerry gone? Where is Mrs. Clinton? Where are the Democrats rallying for a presidential candidate? I only see Trump on TV in the United States. Almost every day he's live on TV.
Most disappointing to the Oversight Committee is the fact that we have, in good faith, negotiated with the Clintons' attorneys for 5 months. Throughout the past 5 months, they've implied to us they were trying to make a date work. In fact, the last date we had, they notified us 3 days beforehand, said that they would love to come, but they have a funeral to attend. And we have bent over backwards to try to schedule no, I'm still talking. Go ahead. Hey, get him out of here. You're not even a reporter. Get out of here. So here's the situation. We're going to hold both Clintons in criminal contempt of Congress. We believe that because this subpoena was issued in a bipartisan fashion.
President Trump, you're president. I mean, you're Canadian, but to Americans, your president's in charge. He's a wartime president. And he's doing that now to prepare and unite the people. Because what's coming next is not going to be fun for the bad and sick people around the world, also in Switzerland. Everything's fine, trust me. But it will be, the world will change. And it won't be a lockdown of the UN taking away your cars. No. You can drive the cars for the next 100 years with benzene, with diesel, or whatever. No. All this will be reversed, all this crap. But justice, because we just asserted justice is unreliable, also in New York. President Trump, as the wartime president and commander-in-chief in a wartime, does not respond to civil and federal courts. He only does to military justice.
The operation that they showed me is nothing less than incredible. And I'll say this, it's a military operation. I mean, we have this is like a war. It's a military operation. So we had remain in Mexico. Remember that?
Just for the audience, U.S. military justice, the United States Manual of War, the War Law Manual 2015 revised 2023, which includes now war crimes by civilians. President Trump has amended it. Before, the war manual was shooting other enemies. Kill them, execute them. But now it includes civilians for high treason too, and crimes against humanity. What is the purpose for that? And so my call to arrest the people in the film, I call for Swiss security, means Swiss military to do it. They haven't done it. They're on record not doing it. The US military justice is in force right now where I sit in Switzerland. If the time then comes for operation, I call it Storm. I don't know military secrets. The timing of it is a military secret. I'm not aware of the timing, but I can tell you this again. Where is Obama? Where is John Kerry? Where is Mrs. Clinton? Where are those traitors? Where are they on stage? It's a presidential race. We can agree to that, right? Officially open. So Americans and stupid journalists of mainstream, they will be forced to acknowledge, they'll be forced that there is no presidential race because President Trump is the president, wartime president, and the only force by constitution to reverse the wartime presidency down to presidency is the wartime president himself. The United States is in a war and he has put the United States under a military occupancy.
Did y'all catch it? Did y'all catch it? Okay, take a look at the picture. Now, I'm going to explain this. Do you see his hand on the Bible? No. Not because he's not taking an oath on purpose, but because he was already sworn in. This is the inauguration for the corporation which is no longer around, the United States Corporation. There's no way he could have taken an oath for a dissolved corporation. Remember that. He is the President of the Republic, the 19th President. There is no hand on that Bible because he was not taking an oath today under this dissolved corporation that we've lived under. Man, I caught that. So many people are catching that. That's amazing. Amazing. That's proof right there. That's all you need to know. The best is yet to come.
Trump has already been sworn in for the Republic of America. What we saw today was the Corporation of America. That has been dissolved. It's gone. It's not happening anymore. He is not the president of the Corporation of America. He is the president of the Republic of America, which is what is happening right now. Welcome to the Republic of America. Things are gonna be different this time around. There's a reason for it. It's a good thing. I promise you all it's a good thing. I am so happy that today went off with no issues aside from Carrie Underwood's little issue there, but she killed it. Girl, you fucking killed it. Welcome to the new age. I'm excited.
A lot is being made about why Trump didn't put his hand on the Bible while he was being sworn in. I've been trying to tell y'all, this ain't a transfer of power, but rather a continuation.
There won't be a transfer, frankly. There'll be a continuation.
Why is it that when Trump supposedly left in 2021, there was a seal at the podium that he spoke at, but when Biden left today, there was no seal on that podium? Why is it that Joe Biden left from the Capitol building while any real president leaves from the White House South Lawn? And why is Catherine reporting from Gitmo on today of all days? And do you notice what time she posted that video on her account? Exactly at 7:17. This was just the icing on the cake for what I have been saying for the last 4 years. He never left.
All right, so I told you guys that there were some huge comms yesterday at the rally. It wasn't just an ordinary rally, but first of all, I want you guys to check out this picture. Do you guys know who Catherine Herridge is? If you don't, Catherine Herridge is a amazing journalist, and just look her up. But you'll notice here she is standing outside Guantanamo Bay, Gitmo. Okay, hold on a second. Now, before you read this, remember I've been telling you we're in a military operation, and that there's comms everywhere, but you really got to look for them. So Trump has always played the YMCA, and yesterday he had the straw man come out and played the YMCA at his rally, right? Well, Guantanamo Bay happens to be home of the YMCA, specifically 1914 and 1918, where there's actually a YMCA naval base. Not only that, they would interrogate the prisoners with the song. You don't think he was trolling them? They're already locked up. There's a lot more that's going to be added. This is awesome.
You're going to need more than just your popcorn for this news. I'm going to show you a video, and then I'm going to show you some other things that will blow your mind. Are you ready?
It is my great privilege to introduce the 45th Speaker of the House, my dear friend, Mike Johnson.
And I want to just make note that Nancy Pelosi was the 52nd Speaker of the House. 2007. 52nd, 45th. We went backwards? Hold on. And this, I got you. Mike 45th and DJ T the 45th. I'm not done. 44th Speaker was 1876, just before the corporation was dead. The next Speaker was the 45th. 1876 was the 44th. Listen, next Speaker was the 45th. Next President was the 19th. Are you with me? Hold on. The 44th was in 1875. And President Donnie, CIC, is number 45. Hold on. Just the fact that Mike Johnson being sworn in as the 45th Speaker went over everyone's head. Welcome to the new republic. You should be so excited. Trump knows how to do this. 5D chess, you guys. Come on. It's getting good. I'm going to play the video one more time for you.
It is my great privilege to introduce the 45th Speaker of the House, my dear friend, Mike Johnson.
45th, baby.
A shadow engulfs our republic, its sacred vote plundered for over 2 decades by traitors wielding rigged elections and a media unleashed to deceive by the Smith-Mundt Modernization Act of 2012, a law that freed government-funded propaganda to shape American minds.
You know, I think that's sort of one of the themes of tonight. It can be both. You're not guaranteed all facts if you tune into YouTube or CNN or Fox or ABC or NBC or any of them. Just not, this is kind of one of the things we're getting at, is if you are going to be manipulated by all of them, and it's going to be up to you to figure out, who do I want to be manipulated by? Who do I trust to do this in a way that's close to honest and doesn't make me look like a fool?
As I've chronicled in Mr. President, Look to Lincoln and Act, and Antifa's Fall, President Donald Trump, guided by loyal military advisors, may have crafted a grand sting in 2020 to unmask this betrayal. A cryptic clue emerged on July 13th, when Trump, surviving an assassin's bullet in Butler, Pennsylvania, brandished an immigration chart with a startling note. Its bottom right corner claimed he left office on April 1st, 2020. Did he signal a secret activation of continuity of government, a Cold War plan to preserve governance amid catastrophe, hinting at a shadow war to reclaim America? This question demands answers. Consider the timing. Days prior, the bioweapon known as COVID-19 was unleashed to shut down America. Antifa's street chaos during the Summer of Love shaped their Handler's Fear campaign, precursors to a stolen election, all tools to carry out a soft coup by globalist insiders. Think Obama's intelligence operatives and Clinton's hidden allies. In 2025, troops marched to Portland, Oregon, and immigration and customs enforcement facilities to counter Antifa's riots. New executive orders shield elections, and Venezuelan operatives are named as meddlers. If continuity of government was triggered in 2020, it could nullify objections from courts corrupted by traitors, keeping Trump's fight within the Constitution's hallowed bounds. As a former professor and prosecutor, I offer a civilian lens to trace this legal path, blending it with military standards to reveal how Trump and allies like House Speaker Mike Johnson
who calls himself a wartime speaker, could restore the republic. Trump's own words claiming vast presidential powers and a wartime mantle underscore a commander-in-chief's resolve against a fractured government. And that's the topic for today. The enigma of April Fool's Day. Trump's hidden war to save the republic. Could continuity of government have been activated on April 1st, 2020 to counter the insurgency shield to sting operation, with Trump's departure a coded signal of a shadow presidency? This aligns with the sting, tracking fraud through ballots or data from Space Force, a military branch created in 2019 to oversee space and cyber operations, possibly using Starlink, SpaceX's satellite network, with early 2020 Defense Department contracts. The charts note a Patriot signal may suggest Trump devolved power to those loyal to their oaths of office, retaining control over critical assets, nuclear codes, secure bunkers, while captured civilian arms, like FBI Director Christopher Wray or Attorney General Merrick Garland, turned the bureaucracy against the people. Trump's own rhetoric supports this. On September 30th, 2025, at Marine Corps Base, Quantico, addressing 800 generals and admirals, he proclaimed himself the 45th, 46th, and 47th president. Continuity of government's framework, shifting power to loyalists, prevails. I watched the clip again, the one from October 23. Steve Bannon, voice steady as a drumbeat, told The Economist, Trump is going to be president in 28.
Trump is going to be president in 28, and people just ought to get accommodated with that.
People just ought to get accommodated with that. There is a plan. The MAGA crowd erupted, not with questions but with cheers, because they love the man and love the fight. Across the screen, critics sneered with equal certainty, hatred alone enough to declare it impossible. Both sides spoke as if the Constitution were a footnote. And an old quote popped into my head. It goes, bereft of a solution, I had been granted the gift of a problem. This problem is the latest I desire to solve, not without reservation. Tonight, I write not as a professor, not as a lawyer, but as a witness. What follows is the anatomy of a possibility, how Trump could return to the Oval Office again, not from conspiracy, but from the slow, deliberate reassertion of the people's will, or from the quiet activation of plans already in motion. I walk through every path to Trump's next presidency. I show the mechanics, the obstacles, the failure points. No slogans, no theatrics, just the gears. The biblical pattern comes first, because the republic was built on it. 2028 arrives. Trump runs unopposed in the primary. Gavin Newsom, the California governor, runs for the Democrats if he's not in jail. Trump wins 520 electoral votes and 70% of the popular vote. I would love to do it, he said, of a third term, or fourth, or unfinished first. I have my best numbers ever. The republic does not end, it breathes. The chain is gone, the people spoke, yet humility, faith, integrity, courage, love, teachability, and sovereign selection remain the pattern. We, the people, can express our desire for Trump to serve again, whether as a third term, a fourth, or the completion of an unfinished first, but we must ask God what he wants. Any scheme will fall apart without his providential blessing. Saul was anointed, then rejected, because he forgot the pattern. The pathway cleared for Trump can be exploited by those who do not love the Lord. Honest elections are the surest term limit. Tyrants are given the boot, not by amendment, but by ballot. One day Trump won't be here. His energy defies his age. The surest way to secure a lasting and generational victory is to set the stage for more of the unlikely to emerge. Those anointed and appointed by God. Those that understand the most valuable thing on earth is Jesus Christ, and that the government will be on his shoulders. What do you think, as this professor turned madman? Leave your comments below. If you think I'm onto something, consider foregoing the cost of a couple cups of coffee each month as a sponsor of the Professor's Record. Link is below. I'll be back next week, Lord willing. Until then, God bless and good night.